Father's business. Grind mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode about our Father's business.
Yo, yo, yo. We is back like we never left.
Yes, sir.
More courage than a Trevor Clef. That don't even make sense, but I just decided to say it. Bars for no reason.
My fault, brother. This is all right. Yeah, you know we live. Definitely not the same.
All the way live. We're not the same. Welcome to Not the Same Podcast, episode 19, aka 19, aka that boy been learning Spanish.
Yeah.
Habla little Espanol. Let's see. I don't know what little is in Spanish, but habla little Espanol. Got two of the words right. Let's get it.
No Espanol right now. No comprende.
No comprende. aka, what is that brother saying? Yo. So, what's good, Rob Redeem?
What's good, man? It's okay. Check this out. What's good, little bro? I see you, Dwayne. What's good, man? Little bro said, "What's up to you, man?"
What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's good? This is not a bragatory moment, man. All my life.
But it's a bragatory moment.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So
okay.
I was
trying to convince me, brother. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No. I was able to get my car customized the way that I want it. At least it is 85% done. I got to do 15 more percent, but I gotta look it nice. I'm happy. Because I've talked about my credit. I've talked about how I grew up in child support. I just didn't have the funds back in the day, and now I got a little extra funds, and I'm able to do something for myself. So that's what's good, man. Because I am not known for doing stuff for myself. I'm forever running ragged for everybody else, and I was able to do something for myself, man. And it turned out pretty good. What's going on, Mazzella? What's going on, Donovan Johnson? All the shout outs for everybody in the parties real quick. Who you got over there, see?
Absolutely nobody. So
okay.
That John is naked over here, but it's all good. Yo, so
what's good?
First of all, I'm messing with you on you gave that deep. Hold on, we got Dale Shaw. What up, Dale Shaw on my side? You gave that deep super coastal explanation for you just to flex on them. Pun intended. You got the song flex on it, man. Look, if it was all holy about that car, you would have kept them factory rims on it. That boy got he ain't just get the chrome. You see that behind me? What color is that? Black. That brother got the black chrome. I ain't know they made black chrome. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
My car is definitely not the same.
Our boy ST Allen say, so you balling. Yes, he is. And he also said, give me $1. Yeah, get it.
Speak that.
Matter of fact, give me some dollars, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is
what's good with you, man?
What's good with me is that I finally played the Avengers game. So I had the beta.
Not the beta.
I had the beta, right? And it fooled me because I'm thinking like on the beta, I slick got a little far, right? So I'm like, well, I'm a chill. I didn't know, brother, that you had to start all the way over from the beginning on the real game. And I ain't like that. But that job was fun though. I ain't gonna lie, it's real fun. It's real fun.
So I got a what's good for little bro. Hey, so Dwayne Hagen's my little brother, man, and I know we always shout him out.
What's up, AT? Don't mess with Rob. That brother got the lotion today. hey, he put that hand and we put them healing hands on that arm.
What up, Scribe?
What up, Toy? What up, Toy? My sis Toy.
Hey, so my little brother, man, he a typical Northside cat. Anybody from the Lou know what I mean. One word, and we'll leave it at that.
Nah.
So what's good with him is because he put it in the thing. He getting his plates next week.
Okay.
My brother been riding on.
Hold on. Hey, look on the screen. Look on the screen.
He anti-action.
That boy back like he ain't never left. Anyway, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So he been riding on Grace for quite some time on temp tag. So he said what's good with him is he getting his plates next week. So salute. I ain't gonna tell you how long. Let's just say Anita Baker 365 days of the year.
hey, what we say, no judgment zone.
No judgment.
We all been there.
Shout out to you, little bro. That's what's up. He say he getting them plates next week.
I did that John a whole year one time too. I be getting on folks, but I promise I did it a whole year one time myself. Hey, but you know how we say I ain't no hood dude, but you know how you say in the hood, oh, the cops in my hood know me, I'm good.
Right. Hey, that's facts.
Or
me. I got one. Hey, anybody in the city of St. Louis know not to come out to the county with nothing wrong with their car, because city cops ain't got time to pull you over for running stop signs, bad plates, wrong plate. They don't care about none of that. You come to the county though, yeah, they be tripping.
STL and say that's the norm in St. Louis. Temp tags. Well, yeah, bruh. I had temp tags for a year and a half one time, man. Hopefully Krista ain't watch. I think she on the phone. For like a year and a half. That junk was brand new for a whole year.
Hey, that Maxima, he talking about balling. I went and bought that joint, and the government shut down on me. I didn't have no money. Yeah, I took my old Max plate. I was riding around on 08 Maxima plates on the new Maxima. I didn't care to shoot.
So episode 19, they say Nuevo, yeah. We got our man Kyren Monteiro. He's gonna be on the show in a few minutes. We got him in the queue. We gonna make him wait though, because he my little brother, and I'm gonna get on his nerve. Just wait over there. I see him. But anyway, so let's get started with our very first segment. Salute to Kyren Monteiro.
No doubt.
Number one, if you need your joint master, if you heard my project, Faith Music, you heard my boy Rob project, our project that's coming up, you need to holler at that brother. He's very professional, and he got some very, very high level placements, the highest levels in CHH. But with that being said, let's get to it, because we ran kind of long with Rob flexing about his car.
This would be the petty segment. That's
the this Negro segment. The gospel petty.
Hey, a flex would have been putting my phone on the screen saying, "See, look at this video."
Flexing. So for the fake segment, here's the question. I might even slide Kyren in on this. Why do we got this from our man? What's your man at the airport?
Hey, from my big bro Van. I don't know if he told him or not.
I met Van. Good brother.
Oh yeah. Van is not
good people.
He a good brother, and he'll pass out chicken. Chicken mean
Anyway, he's sending out 2 pieces.
Hot and spicy, baby. But
stop it.
He called me and he asked me this question.
Yeah.
And I actually had to ask him, was I guilty of it? And that question is actually, why do some saints turn their back on those who have fallen away from the faith? Whether you're struggling in the faith, or not in the faith at all, or you know what I'm saying, or especially those who are not, or especially if we're to walk in love. I'm sorry, especially if we're called to walk in love and win the lost. Yeah. Why do some saints turn their back on those who have fallen away, struggling, or just not in the faith at all? And that was the question he posed to me. So see, I'm gonna pass this one to you and let me know how you feel.
Well, before I do that, we're gonna do something we ain't never did, because I'm gonna give this light-skinned chump a little bit more time. We're gonna bring our guest in, Kyren Monteiro, and we're gonna let him answer this question. I think he got a unique perspective on this situation. Yeah. So hold on. Let me before we have us looking goofy up here. I ain't with that goofy. We're gonna bring on our brother, Mr. Kyren Monteiro. What's good, brother?
Yo. What's happening?
Yeah. Now put zip up your hood, man. They won't have that many chains. You know, we hold it over here.
I got one chain, and this ain't no zip on. This you put this over you, so
yeah, that's the star of David as the star of the Crips.
Nah, man, it ain't neither. This is sovereign predestination for greatness. You know what I'm saying? That's what that
is. See, before we move on to this point, look, our boy ST Allen, that's light skinned like you, say, what's up with you and your wife against the light skinned folk?
What up,
ST Allen nickname is light skinned in our house. His name is light skinned literally in my wife's phone. So, but anyway,
that's a good brother.
Oh,
did you hear the question, Kyren?
Hold on, because you know what we always do when we bring on the guest. Hey, bro, turn your speakers down over there, Kyren. We got feedback. You an engineer. What you doing? Anyway, here we go. For every guest.
Is that better?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, if you got a watch party going on, just turn your phone down if that's what's going on. It's probably getting your feedback.
Yeah.
I got the earpiece and I think it might have been too loud.
We good though. Right, so cool. Go present the question again to
all right.
Our young light-skinned brother here.
So check this out, man. If we're supposed to walk in love and win the lost, why do some saints turn their back on those saints who are falling away, who may be struggling in the faith or may not be in the faith at all? What's your perspective on that?
Man, that's a big question. I think personally, I've been on both sides of it. So I've been on the side where I've been the ones throwing the stones, and then I've been the ones that then got knocked out from the stones. I think personally, I think it really boils down to people's, what I'm walking through with my pastor. I think it could be people's insecurities. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Elaborate on that insecurity part, if you can.
And no plug the insecurities underneath, but carry on.
I wasn't gonna say that. I think that we all got insecurities, and I think that we mask them insecurities by different things. I say this, it don't have nothing to do with the question, but then I'll get back on it. Like, I have anger issues, but my anger really stems from different things, and insecurities is one of them. So I think that when people judge, I think they mask because they probably got some stuff going on in their own life, and instead of judging themselves and focusing on themselves, they take that out on other people. I think some people may not have been through enough yet. The gospel message is enough, that the gospel message should humble people enough. But sometimes, man, you just gotta go. I had to go through some stuff in order for me to get less judgmental. So for all you judgmental people out there, as I always say, keep living. and you might find that one of them rocks you throw out might ricochet and knock you out, have you looking like one of them boys off Home Alone when they was climbing that rope with kerosene on it.
All right, shout out to our boy DJ Jefferson and BJ Jefferson in the chat. Jefferson. Good to hear from you. Okay, so we interactive here, Kyren. One of our homies that follow us all the time, our homie AT the Scribe, says, I think because we haven't been disciples on how we treat our fallen brother, or haven't been discipled. I think that's what he means. Yeah. Many times we place extra emphasis on the lost who never knew Christ, but we often forget that scriptures point to the blessings of winning a lost brother.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, AP. Yeah.
Hey, real quick on this side, and this is true because this is how I went through it, and I'll let you speak, and then I'll speak on it. Dwayne Hagen says it could be the leadership. If the shepherd outcasts and people, the herd will follow. Yeah. So, I'm gonna let you give your perspective, and then I'll finish up. So, what's your take on it outside of what Kyren said?
I think a lot of it, I agree with Kyren, is a lot of times people are insecure. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of things. A lot of times we don't want to talk about that as believers, right? Because you don't want to talk about a lot of believers, especially someone that's successful in a job or in a career or in music, struggle with pride, right? The base of pride is insecurity, right? Because if you overdoing the fact that you're good enough, it's because you don't think you're good enough. You dig what I'm saying? Yep. And sometimes we share that on people that's backsliding. So, we looking at the next brother, man, he cheating on his wife, but you cheating every night on that screen on a particular website. You know what I mean? And we looking at him sideways trying to throw stones, but we got sins in our own house. You know what I mean? So I think one of the biggest things that we have to do as believers, especially in this situation for our brother Van question, is reach out to struggling Christians. We got a friend, Kyren don't know this guy, but we got a mutual friend, me and Rob. Our brother just came back to the Lord. Our brother do the tattoos. Our man Jared Seville, Jay Seville. He's a great poet, man. Had bars. If he was a rapper, he'd smash it.
Yeah, he would have smashed.
And he came back.
But
And he put up a post about our brother Mark Ant, and he thanked Mark Ant for like, yo, I know I was into some mess, and you just sat on the phone with me and prayed. Like, that's the type of things we supposed to do, because a lot of times we'll be like, bro, you know you ain't supposed to be smoking right now. You know you ain't supposed to be smashing right now. You know you ain't supposed to be doing this, instead of just saying, hey, bro, I love you, man. What? Talk to me. What's up?
Yeah.
What's good? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, see, can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add to this real quick. I'm gonna just, for anybody who know me, know that like infidelity has been, hey man, I'm like Paul. I'm chief of sinners. I'm the chief of the fan club. I need all the grace. And so like when I open up about struggling with infidelity and sexual sins, like the genesis, the origins of them struggles, because boy, it went way too long. But anyways, when I started struggling with that stuff and I started reaching out to brothers, I actually found the opposite. Instead of being judged, I actually was like held accountable and encouraged by other brothers, because they was going through the same thing in some kind of way. They might not have fully been stepping out on their wife, but they might have been watching porn, or they might have seen an old girl shaped like Cardi B and been looking way too long than what they should have. Everybody ain't Stevie Wonder out here in these shopping malls. You know what I'm saying? So it's
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
straight face.
Right. You try to
man. Y'all know how we do, man. And we're gonna keep it fun in the Lord, man. So for me, when I started opening up for my struggles, I learned that sometimes it was the opposite. But sometimes it takes somebody to be the brave one to open up.
Yeah.
And then everybody else will expose what they going
struggles
through.
Are. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we would have a lot less judgmental people if people was more transparent.
Right.
True indeed.
If we be my bad, go ahead, Rob.
No. You say we what?
We as Christians, man, we got to be real about the fact that we gonna have issues. There's no perfection in Christ. The perfection is in Christ is when you meet him, like in heaven.
Right.
You know what I mean? After you pass, you meet him in heaven, and he's saying, well done, a good and faithful servant. But until then, you're gonna struggle, you're gonna fight. But the thing is, I think we can't glory about the struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a brother got a problem smoking squares, you can't be like, man, I got a square ministry and I love my square. Look, bro, you ain't got to tell the world. You know what I mean? But being realistic with a sense of, and it's something Kyren always says, hope for the broken. Like, we got to be real. We got to throw out like, yo, I went through this. I had these problems. I messed up. And then give the hope. And the hope is that Jesus can set you free. Right. So if you just talk about the problems, like, the street rappers in Christian rap, like a Thizzle or Jason, even Bizzle, these dudes that had these street auras, right? If they all just talk about, man, I bang, man, I slang, I shot people, I did this, I did that, and never point people back to Jesus, what is you doing? You might as well be plies out here. You know what I mean?
I think and I know you want to jump into this eventually, but I think one thing I respect about Reformed theology teaching is this: the emphasis on grace and pointing at the fact that the same grace that saves is the same grace that keeps. So like salvation is just not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm laughing at. I didn't mean to cut you off, but AT the Scribe always got the jokes. Look at the screen, Kyren.
My brother Kyren got that. Album cover pose. What he talking about?
The way you sitting in
the way you sitting in the album, the pose.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who is that? That's ST Alien?
No. That's my homeboy from down south. Ari Toots. Go ahead.
Real quick.
Nah.
Okay. In the thread, what Van is saying, and again, Van is the one that brought this subject up.
Great question.
He said, I believe real recognize real, 100%. I think the average person can relate to struggles. If you have no struggles or no issues, then you'll have no need for God. Just a thought. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth. But to go back to what my little bro said about the shepherd, shunning and ousting people. When I first got saved, man, it was like, man, look, I still had and it don't matter. Like, I still had braids. I was smoking weed every day. I was drinking every day. And I got saved. And then it's like, okay, they put this Bible in my face, and it's like, yo, you can't disappoint God. So everything I started doing from that point was like, well, dang, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to disappoint God. And then I started getting discipled. And the way that I got discipled was, you need to let your family go. Your new family is your family in Christ. Yeah. And I shunned my fam, man. I shunned my uncle. I shunned everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I shunned and just didn't go around my family at all, because I was being taught that you don't need to go around them people no more. We're your family. Yeah. But then guess what happened? It came to a point where that church family turned their back on me. And that's what a church hurt. We talked about this the last time. That's what a church hurt came in at. I got diagnosed with cancer, and I fell away from the Lord completely, and nobody reached out to me. I'm going to tell you the one brother who came and spent time with me, and I've never told this story before, and that's JR, Courtney Orlando. He came to the apartment, and he sat with me on more than one occasion and actually spoke life into me when I was going through cancer in my apartment. Him, my cousin, Zoo, and my little brother Dwayne, we was starting to get back. But my point is this: when I came back to the Lord, I promised myself I would never shun anybody, saved, unsaved, in the faith or not. Yeah. And anybody hearing the sound of my voice, if I've ever done you like that, trust me, it wasn't intentionally. But I will say this: I think some people get away because they don't want to fall into it. I can't go around certain people who still selling dope and my pocket's empty. I can't go around certain people who I know go through the strip club, and I know, hey, I'm gonna try to slide in something. You know what I'm saying? So
don't do it.
Some of it is to protect yourself.
Killer.
Yeah. some of it is to protect yourself, man. But other parts, I just think it's whack, man. And it's a lot of times I do go around certain saints who are falling, and people will never know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about that.
Yeah. So let's give a proper introduction to our brother. So this is Kyren Monteiro. We gave him a short introduction because I wanted to be a part of the conversation of what we were saying. Kyren Monteiro is a CHH and hip hop artist. You know, he operates in 2 lanes. He's
how he do that?
I don't know how he do that. He don't do it well. Yeah, he do it well. I ain't gonna give him no props, but yeah, he all right. He all right. He'd be better if he was dark or brown. But anyway, yeah, this brother is been in Christian rap space for a long time. He is the oldest young dude I ever met in my life. Thanks. Me and him on the same wavelength, and we about 10 years apart in age. But I consider him like a little brother, and we have a crazy testimony how we got cool. We're gonna talk about that later. But he also, as well as a rapper, he's an engineer. He very good at mixing and mastering. Yes. He gets a lot of credit for the mastering, but he also dope at the mixing. But that joint costs. You can't come trying to cheapskate him. That ain't the question, but we need to put that in one of the questions because, you know, us believers, we like, man, you gonna give us the Holy Ghost hookup? You know what I'm saying? This brother got to pay his bills. He got a family, got a wife and a daughter, man. So he don't need to be played with on that paper. But nah, I've been knowing this brother probably, Kyren real good with dates, but I probably say at least 9 years, right? I think.
About 2010, yeah.
See, that brother great with dates. So like 9 to 10 years. And it's an honor to call him my brother. You know, we were friends, we became brothers, been through a lot of life together, both of us, man. So I love for y'all to meet him and know about this guy. And we done with the prelims. Rob, you want to run a video? You know, I'm gonna have you on the video to narrate your own video when we play this because you know this is a hold on. So his cost isn't light skin, he charged dark skin rate. hey, hold on before you answer, Kyren. Yes, he does.
and if you ever need some services, you getting top premium rates, whoever you are. I'm charging you.
If AT ever start rapping, you'll tax them double.
if I got a mastering sale going on when you apply for it, it's off. It ain't happening.
Yeah, man. So let's go with the we're gonna run this video, Keep My Distance. I'm gonna let you explain this video. It's a good video, right?
Why don't you play it and then we talk about it?
I'm gonna play it, bro. Hey, hold on, man. You ain't the host of this show, man. I can make you get up out this joint. Nah, man. So we're gonna play this video with by our brother Kyren Monteiro. We're gonna play this Keep My Distance. I'll let him explain this afterwards, because just in case everybody want to get deeper Costa. We'll let him explain it afterwards.
We holy and ratchet. We saved them.
No, you is, but Robbie is in the dark. Robbie is a secret. No, I'm kidding.
Play the video.
He looking, bro.
Play the video.
Hey, run the video.
My business out here in these streets.
Yeah, you can narrate your own video. You know what I mean? They can hear you, Kyren.
This would be the intro.
Even though it looks good for me, I know it is. So I gotta keep moving, bro.
That would be an ugly light-skinned dude entering the minor.
That's the most facts ever.
Keep my distance. Gotta keep my distance.
He didn't say God is about free.
Even though it looks good for me.
Man, people want to hear the music, man. We need to shut up.
So
that would be God's creation.
Yeah. Wake up. Focus. Opposition keep on coming. Some days I don't feel like running. No fight, just wanna do nothing.
Lord,
that's how I feel, boy. You know that I keep it real, boy. I still got a hill, boy. Matter of fact, let me just keep it real, boy. Yeah, look at that face on her. Look at that chest on her. Yeah, look at them curves on her. Look at them waist on her. Matter of fact, let me fall back. Man, I think that it's best that I keep my distance.
The song is doing all the
talking. Let me just play my position. Gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance. Gotta keep my distance.
Keep my distance.
That's the true statement, though.
Yeah. Me, I know it is. So I gotta keep moving, bro. Play my position. Gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance. Gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance. Even though it looks good for me, I know it is. So I gotta keep moving, bro. Play my position. Yeah, better fall back to your homeboy that they better not say nothing. Better fall back to your homeboy
I fell asleep.
Better not say nothing. Kyro got a temper. Yeah, it's real deep in my inner. And yeah,
hey, look at the screen, Kyren.
And that's real danger. Lord, give me grace on my anger. When I bust a face open, you see red, I'ma look like a painter, but let me fall back. Man, I think that it's best that I keep my distance. And I know I got the crown on my head, let me just play my position. Gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance. Gotta keep my distance.
I know
keep my distance. Even though it looks good for me, I know it is. So I gotta keep moving, bro. Play my position. Gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance. Gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance. Even though it looks good for me, I know it is. So I gotta keep moving, bro. Play my position. Yeah, whole world broken. Everybody living in a broken. But we gotta stay focused. Yeah, we all gotta stay focused, huh? I know it look good for me, but it don't do no good for me. Matter of fact, it ain't good for me. Jesus went to that wood for me.
He said Jesus?
Everybody gotta face demons. But we gotta keep
I just about to cut it off till he said Jesus.
Let's fall back.
Hey, actually in the comment section, they say they vibing over here, Kyle.
And if you got the crown on your head, then we gotta
I
play
appreciate it. Whoever this dude is, I was waiting on him to say Jesus. Man.
Gotta keep my distance. Keep my distance.
Ain't Venice Vinyl in St. Louis?
I know it is. So I gotta keep moving, bro. Play my
Ain't that in St. Louis, Rob?
Yeah, that on
keep my distance.
You getting shout outs, Kyren. AT said it's fire. He got on your head, but he still said it's fire though.
Yeah, shout out to the dark skin community.
So I gotta keep moving,
you know STL ain't got your back. He already said it.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, all jokes aside, man, that song is super real coming from I know we always talk about, fleeing, but yeah, sometimes it's hard to keep your distance. And like you said, even though it look good for you, you got to keep your distance. So that joint right there was 100 right there, bro.
I I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Man, take the credit, brother.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No, it's a good song, brother. You know, I already told you.
Shout out to my little bro D-Time on the beat. You know what I'm saying? I had to connect y'all with him. Shout out to my manager Ariel Anderson, Make It Make Sense Management. She threw that whole thing together. You know, we all wear many hats, so that was one time I got to just show up and be an artist. And I know I put her through a lot of stress because I did not want to contribute no ideas to that video. All I knew was I wanted a dope video, and I could not have no sister of God's creations looking like Whoopi Goldberg when they doing it. So she did.
Right. Like,
hey, I know my wife is probably watching this. Baby, I love you. I'm hungry. All right, please.
hey, the thread saying not bad for a high yellow brother, but it's tight.
Hey Rob, I'm gonna let you. Hey, I'm gonna adjust this light, Rob. I'm gonna let talk to the need to be redeemed light skinned brother over there.
I'm gonna just say this real quick because you talked about narrating. In that song, I feel like we can release the instrumental and hook, and every Christian rapper can write 100 versions of it's so much stuff that you can talk about what you need to stay away from, man. It's like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people wonder, is that based on my real struggles or is it just fictional? You know what I'm saying? Am I painting a story or am I telling the truth? It's actually both. You know, it's inspired off my own personal struggles to paint a story. So, you know, Nas on trap beats.
Lies. Anyway. All right, we're having too much fun, man. We need to run this brother through the ringer right quick.
Yes,
but before we do it, let me do our little joint because this is CHA segment.
CHA segment.
With CHH artists and hip hop artists, but you CHH, shut up. I know your name when you was the messenger, so yeah. Anyway.
I'm Christian hip hop to the bone, man.
I know you. It's in your blood, and you love Jesus.
We don't live for hip hop. Hip hop live for us. You know
what I'm saying? Hold on. At, look what they said.
See, Michael wanted to adjust.
Yeah, yo,
that's right.
Hey,
y'all need to get this dude on the show, bro.
I know we got to get him on there, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. He giving you that light work. A couple of weeks ago, he wouldn't let me live, bro. He would not let me live, but it was all good.
Hey, Scribe, hit me up, Kyren Monteiro at gmail.com. We can get on Duo and have a roast session. I'm with it, bro. We can't do it on this, though, but we can have a real one off after this.
All right, man.
Hey, he 100% for real. Like, he is not playing.
So let's get into these interview questions, man. We've been nice to you. You know I love you, man. You know I got your back, but I'm finna run your butt through the ringer, though. Yellow boy. Scared. Let's get it. All right.
I ain't scared.
So traditionally, I always let Rob go first, and we're going to keep tradition. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, so I know you mix and master all genres of music, but what I do want to know, what are some of the challenges of being an engineer in the CHH community?
Oh, man. I would say similar to a small church, tithes and offering. You know what I'm saying? Boy, these budgets is slimmer than anorexic women that don't eat. It's
the budget.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you talking about for the artists? You talking about? So what you saying?
He said budgets, not rear ends, man. He said budgets.
Budgets, money budgets. All right. You know, money answer for all things. Budget. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I would say budgets, man, because as C. Micah said, like when I first met C, I was a young man. I lived at home still, so working, you know, I did a little bit of engineering work back then, but working with no wife and daughter, it was cool. But when you got a wife and a daughter and an unwanted car payment and all of that stuff in life, it man, Geico ain't gonna get my insurance for free. So I'm sorry, this mix gonna cost you. You know what I'm saying? And really, I think the biggest challenge is finances. It's not work. Some people are headaches. I learned this from my OG Israel Music. Shout out to him, a CHH legend, in my opinion.
Salute to him.
Look him up if y'all ain't heard.
Yeah,
I learned a lot from Israel Music. For you St. Louis dudes, Jason, City Lights, he produced like what? I think almost half that album, if not more. Yeah. You Are Not a Goon with Thizzle and Pastor 83. He did that cross movement stuff. Shout out to the OG, man. He worked at Sweetwater. Hit him up for equipment.
Definitely.
Don't hit him up for Mitchell and Madison, though. Hit me up, but hit him up for equipment, though. I'm just playing. I love you, man.
Yeah, but price wise, though. Go ahead, brother.
but anyways, man, he told me something years ago though when he first was giving me a lot of game. He said, man, with engineering, you getting paid to take on somebody's headache, so you need to make sure what headache you want to take on. So it's like it can be budget, it can be the fact that people are hard to work with. A lot of people still don't have good home recording studios. Yeah. And when you get sent files that are not the best, man, it's challenging. Yo, I'm about to put C. Micah on blast. As long as I've known C. Micah.
Hey, we got a bad connection. Hold on. No, go ahead, bro.
Oh man, I'm like my Wi-Fi good in the mug. I don't know what y'all talking about. I paid my bill. You know what I'm saying?
I did too. They still cut it one day, but let's keep going. You brought up a heartache.
Yeah, carry on. Carry on, bro.
Well, you know, for me, ever since I've known C. Micah's had, in my opinion, a decent home recording studio. He had a studio, then he got bougie and sold it, and went to Sawhorse, and now he got his own home studio again because the words say be ready in and out of season, and he don't want to be out of season. He want to stay in season. So, you know what I'm saying? Now he brought Anytime Fitness to the crib. He don't leave no more. You know what I'm saying? And so
this is fact.
But I know that if C. Micah hired me to mix one of his records, which I will gladly accept as a job. Anyways, if he hired me to do one of his records,
this is what our listeners and watchers do, man. They get us, bro. Anyway, go ahead.
Say looking like Teddy.
Yep.
and little Scrappy. I'm telling you, he look like little Scrappy, man. That's what he looked like. Anyways, man, if C. Micah send me some vocals, I know that his vocals is gonna be. Hey,
go ahead, bro.
Y'all gotta take him off the screen, bro.
It's all right, bro. Go ahead.
But I know that, in all seriousness, I know that if C. Micah send me a record. Sorry for being lengthy, but I think this stuff need to be said. I think if C. Micah send me some files, I know that they're gonna be good. So it, as an audio engineer, it allows me to maximize the record because stuff is good. I mastered Rob's last project. You know, we're doing the most and all of that. Rob went to Sawhorse. He had quality recording. He had quality mixing. So when it came to the mastering process, it wasn't really about corrective stuff. It was really about enhancing. To tell you the truth, there wasn't really much to correct. It was more so about enhancing. And since we brothers, you know, putting that bass on that joint and making sure you feel it in your chest, it was about enhancement. Engineering is all about what happens before. Like the process before is going to affect you. So for all the artists out there in CHH, when you get in your home studio, you may be able to get that $300 recording bundle, but don't listen to Lecrae Restoration album and then get mad at me because it don't sound like that. Your studio ain't restored. You saved, but your studio need to be Jesus. You know what I'm saying? and I say this, I don't say this to flex because she knew me when I was broke down, disgusted, rusted, and crusted. You know what I'm saying? So I put $25K plus into the studio. You know, you might have some stuff, you might get rid of it, but I'm an engineer too, but I say all of that to say I'm also an artist. So I benefit from everything in here. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I made these investments initially. I work outside of the kingdom, but I prefer to work in the kingdom first. If I'm doing mastering specials, I prefer for it to be Christian rappers. Yeah. You understand? I prefer for it to be believers. So I wanted to get this stuff because a lot of believers didn't have other believers to go to. So I thought it was a great way to reinvest back into the kingdom. But then I invested into the kingdom, and then the kingdom want free services. I'm like, this is the kingdom of the devil. This ain't the kingdom of God, because the Bible said a worker is worthy of his wages. A lot of y'all reading the Quran. Y'all ain't reading about it.
This dude.
But you don't sip your tea, right?
Right, then sip the tea. All right. So I'm gonna preface this question with a little background. Me and Kyren met. So in Christian rap, a lot of people don't bug over this no more. Back in the day, 5-6 years ago, it was a big deal. You couldn't deal with nobody unless you knew where they was at theologically. And normally it broke down to either you was Reformed / Calvinist / or charismatic / just not Reformed. You know what I'm saying? And the line was like a it was like the Berlin Wall, bro. It was a brick, like, and a lot of artists, you'll be like, you know, just make a real general example. You know, before this wall broke, you know, back in the day, you wouldn't have saw Canton fooling with Ambassador. Walls broke, people fall, some love happen. Those things were able to happen, right? So, with that being said, I met Kyren at a first, I think at the Fusion Fest. You know the year, I don't remember that. You know what I'm
2009.
saying? Yeah. So, and you met me, and you had a prejudged idea of me. Rob wouldn't believe it back then. I look more like Kyren than what I look like right now. So basically, Kyren became me, but I was the one he was judging. Because I had the chain on. No, never. Except for this like AT said. But other than that,
another one.
Yeah. So other than that, so you know, when he met me, he had a judge like, man, who is this dude with the chain on, all G'd up? Who he think he is? You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, the power went out at the concert we was at. We chopped it up a little bit. Fast forward a couple of years later, they used to have this thing in Atlanta called the Holy Hip Hop Awards. I wish it was still going on. A lot of good building going on back in the day in Atlanta. I met him, and it
was a year later.
It was okay. See, this brother know all the dates. A year later, then Mr. Datey. Anyway, a year later we met, and my wife didn't do something. Anyway, a year later we met, and I took this brother. He got in the car with me. We went to Hardee's, right? And we started chopping up, and that was the beginning of our friendship. Now, we knew we was on different sides of that theological range, but the music brought us together. And then we looked, you know, over time, we looked like, man, we got a whole lot more in common than what we thought. Nah, we ain't showing these pictures, baby. Nah, nobody need to see that. Lord Jesus.
Look at Keith Sweat.
He called me Keith Sweat.
Nobody. Hey, that boy, hey.
Hold on.
God, that boy said, who could praise him like me? Nobody.
He said, no, who could praise him like me? Nobody. DJ Paul Acidic said, see, Mike have been the same shade since he was in War Clique. All right, baby. Look, we gotta get back to the
What up, sis?
Hey, he say what up? What's up? She say what's up? So
I still want my cheeseburger.
Yeah, he still want his cheeseburger with the cheese in the middle of the burger. But anyway, I know. So back to the point at hand. So, you know, we was on two different sides and we became friends. So I said all that to preface the question. Talk about how our relationship affected your views on working with people from different doctrines. Because we stood on different sides. And then, you know, we kind of, we're a little bit blended more now.
Yeah, we're a lot more blended. So first off, she painted a good picture. Christian hip hop back in that day was like military boot camp. Not only did artists not work, but it was like label. You had label beefs. You didn't work with producers if they wasn't similar belief. It was bad, man. It was like so legalistic and simple, but like and prideful and arrogant. It was terrible. Looking back, I did the only thing I don't like about them days of CHH was that the politics of it. But yeah, so I met C. I didn't grow up Reformed. I mean, I grew up believing once saved, always saved because I grew up Baptist. But I met C. It wasn't the music that brought us together. It wasn't. First off, I was hungry and I didn't have a car, and he offered me a ride. So first off,
hold
it
on.
was cold.
Let me act real deep. See the love of God. Bridge the gap. Anyway, go ahead, brother.
I don't care what bridge the gap. That burger was fire. That's what I do know. That's what I do. That's what I do know. It was fire. And so that and accountability, that ceiling ministry that Urban D was talking about back then. We can bring that up a little later. But
yeah.
So me and Steve, we got to talking, and I'm like, this the dude that everybody was judging on the South. For all you new CHH people, Rapzilla was not always the most popular. There was something called thesouth.com. There was also something called Holy Coaching.
This is true.
Hardy's did bring us together.
This is facts, brother.
It did. It did bring us together. Yeah. And so me and C got to talking and building. I was like, man, I don't care what they talking about this flesh rapper. Like, this dude more holy than people who quote unquote got 100 times more theology than he got. And at that point, I didn't care whether he was name it and claim it, you know, because it looked like it was working for him. I wanted him to speak some stuff over my life. Speak some money over speak some platinum record sales over me, because I reach out and grab it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like what Pop say on next Friday, he said, what? Jealous? So you know, man, we got to learn each other. And I think Thizzle said something similar about Petty D. Yeah. He had a preconceived notion about Petty D.
Yep.
And then, you know, shout out to Petty D because he was on here. That was a great, you know, a lot of wisdom. And then here he is. He loved this dude. So it's like, I think that once you, and then, so I didn't grow up with Reform. 2010.
When you say perform, explain what Reform is. Now, somebody on here said Tulip, so they obviously know. But explain it in a short, very, very short. Just
Reform?
General.
Do not define the Tulip, bro. Do short.
No,
please.
do not do that. Just say what you mean by when you say reform.
Okay, so it, by technical definition, it goes the doctrine of grace, like sovereign election.
Mm-hmm.
It also deals with eschatology, which is the study of end times, revelations. But when I say reform theology in the Christian rap world, it mostly meant God's sovereign election and touch in how the gospel saved you.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, that's where most people butted heads at
the
most. And so Calvinism is what it's called. It's too deep. Y'all go Google it. Y'all Google everything else. So instead of Googling who gonna win the playoffs, go Google Calvinism and Arminianism and all of that. Go do some homework. So yeah. And Cross Movement was responsible for introducing
to the CHH world. Really?
To CHH.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It sure didn't come from Grape Tree. That's for sure.
No.
None whatsoever.
Yeah, nah. They introduced the doctrine of no limit.
Yeah, no doubt. From the album covers to the beats.
That's for sure. And so back when Cross Movement established, you had labels for all you new people. 116 did not invent Christian rap. 116 would not exist. Reach Records would not be known to the magnitude that they are without Cross Movement Records. I'm not going to say they wouldn't exist because they was already a legal entity before Cross Movement, but you would not know who Lecrae is had it not been for the ambassador putting in a word for him. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And putting that real talk on the website.
Right. No, not just on the website. They signed.
He was signed. He was signed to Cross Movement.
Cross Movement. They originally, when the press release came out, it was supposed to be a 4-album deal, but then there was some bad business that happened, and Lecrae ended up getting out after 2. And then because when Rebel came out,
reference the K-Drama interview. Carry on.
Yeah. When Rebel came out, a lot of people thought Lecrae was still on that. But if you look up Lecrae after the music stops EPK, you'll see the Cross Movement logo and you'll see that original Reach logo. Anyways, fast forward to all of that. Those guys built the culture of Christian rap. If you want to be real, the 2 albums that built culture of Christian rap was Holy Culture and was After the Music Stops. after the music stopped really kind of like defined Christian rap culture of those days. You know what I'm saying? Send me, I go, mission trip, get your head shot off, die for the gospel, all that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that happened. And if you didn't rock with that worldview, then they looked at you as an outcast. But I don't care what they thought. I thought Jafar Life was dope. I thought Petty D was dope. I thought Soul P was dope. You know, I there was people outside of their camp. I'm like, I don't care what y'all say about. I thought Braille was dope. That IV edition was a classic, in my opinion. And so it's like, I'm like, man, forget what y'all talking about, because y'all ain't signing me no way. I'm gonna like who I like, and so I'm liking C. Mikey. Now y'all want to put up a big budget, then we can discuss it. But I'm gonna like who I like. You know what I'm saying? Right.
So what do you enjoy more, engineering or being an artist?
Well, since it's quarantine, I enjoy being an engineer more, I guess. The dope thing about being an engineer is that you can just make, I'm gonna be honest, you can make money sitting, you know, in a house and you don't have to leave, versus being an artist. You know, in order to operate that on a business tip, you got to hit the road. If you're a Christian rapper and you ain't doing shows, you're probably not really getting that much money off of your merchandise. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can compare them because there's two different lanes of creation. But I would have to say I enjoy being a rapper more, an artist, I would say.
Do you ever feel like you've been, I know the answer to this, but do you ever feel like you've been overlooked as an engineer or as an artist?
Both.
Yeah. How so?
Both.
Explain, my brother, without snapping on nobody.
Nah.
Hey, I'm gonna put this up though, because Rob wasn't around. Well, Rob know about this too. No, not this one. Hold on. This one.
Yeah.
I love that site. I used to love that site.
Yeah, man.
The South. I love the South.
The South site was busy. Like
the South was popping before Rapzilla was.
Yeah, that was
like brothers was making their website point straight to the South. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, go ahead, brother. My bad.
Yeah. And Rapzilla started out as a top 100 room with HTML codes. That's way back. Yeah. Like C. Micah said, I'm a young old dude. You know, I'm 30, but I've been around since I was 1.
Yeah, this is true.
But I feel like as an artist, I was overlooked because when I came up, I got a similar story to K-Drama. So in my age group, the only cat that was really shining as a big artist was Trip Lee. Trip Lee got signed to Reach Records when he was 18. And I remember he said, like, the day after he graduated high school, his first album, If They Only Knew, dropped. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so, besides him, it was like me and Lil Prophet, who was actually...
Remember that, brother?
I heard that name in a long time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, respect. Hey, you got to get that dude was
respect,
a boss.
Though. Oh yeah, he was doing a lot, man.
He was a boss. He was giving back to the community. He had his own movement. He had his family involved. Only thing I ain't like about Lil, what'd he say? They both happen to be light skinned. Oh, this guy, man. Hey man, quit posting it. Hey, bro, let me finish these questions, bro. The only thing about Lil Prophet that I didn't like is that he ain't cut me a check, man. You know what I'm saying? he was getting that bread. His name said Lil Prophet, but his bank account was Big Profit. I guarantee you that. FIT.
Hey, but he was a cool young brother, man. He came to Memphis a few times when I stayed there.
My bad, bro. I'm being long with it. My bad, man.
You good?
But anyways, I felt overlooked because in the secular game, when I looked at young bosses, who was grinding hard, not just grinding hard, but making good music. I felt like my music was good enough to be picked up. And I just thought CHH was whack because it's like, why would you not want to get somebody young, no kids, grinding out, literally can put their life to music and ministry and mission? Like, why wouldn't you want to pick somebody like that up? You want to wait till they get 45, got 3 guts, 2 grandkids, kneecaps busted, then you want to sign her. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that ain't no disrespect to y'all. I know y'all old. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
I gotta get the note plug. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm clowning, man. I'm clowning, but
I still look younger
felt
than
like. Man, I'm gonna have a conversation with you after this. I'm gonna call your phone after this. All right.
Hey, you know we can go toe to toe, but not in this form. Not in this form.
I don't want no smoke, man. I don't want no smoke, man. But I just felt like I started Holy Soldier Records at 16, now known as Engage Records. I used to be known by The Messenger. I was touring the country. Man, I did all of this off faith and being a bag boy at a mom and pop's grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
See, Micah can confirm this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a company called Kunaki. We was ordering 25 CDs at a time. See, Micah at one point was ordering 10 CDs at a time. For all the artists out there, there's no excuse. The distro kid is cheaper. There's no excuse. Anyways, and so I was professional, man. Press releases, photo shoots, everything. And so I just felt like it hurt because even not wanting to necessarily, even if I didn't get signed, I felt like, man, somebody should at least take me under their wing. And you know what? D-Mob and K-Drama taught me a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to both of them, brother.
Street Pastor, formerly known as Street Pastor, Yavis Ellis from Slingshot, taught me a lot. J May from Double Air Show Records taught me.
J May, brother J May.
Yeah, J May taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And there was some times when I had encountered Lecrae and him because I had opened up for them when I was like 15. I opened up for Lecrae like 3 times in my teenage years when he was with Cross Movement. And so there was wisdom around, but I just never understood why it wasn't like the regular culture when you seen people's heroes getting them in. And then as I grew older and matured, I realized that CHH was just as worse as the secular game, if not worse. And the fact that in CHH, a lot of CEOs who are artists won't sign people because they don't want their light to be dimmer. So if I sign Rod Redeem, that means ain't nobody gonna like me as much, supposedly. And so in the secular game, they like, nah, Wayne, like, I want to sign Drake. Please be bigger than me. Please go platinum.
The whole mindset is different, which is crazy.
It's different.
Yeah, man. It's just like over here, you got a lot of insecure little boys, and over there, you got bulldogs on the business end. And
on they boss them.
Yeah, and so where you seeing Reach Records be successful at is they always keep young, fresh talent. Ruslan over at King's Dream. Yeah, you know, finding the John Keisha of the world. He had old boy. Who was the dude who did Soul Rebel? See, Mikey, what's his name?
Soul Rebel.
Remember that album from years ago? He ain't. It's John Gibbs. Remember?
Oh yeah. John Gibbs.
Yeah. Because
he had the album with no shirt on. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He needs to eat some more. Never mind. He was scrawny. That's all I was trying to say. But anyways, so as an engineer, I felt overlooked because I was reaching out to people. Same thing, but I got more of a break in the engineering world with CHH.
This is true.
And then I'm not going to name no names, but you get to the top, and then you realize it's like, oh, it's not what I fabricated it to be.
Right.
You know, I worked on, and this has nothing to do with people. This is just the situation. So I'll talk about it. I mastered Social Club's Into the Night album, you know, along with Biz over at Reach Records. I got that opportunity. I did the 116 light work, and all of this stuff was rolling and like the same time. So I was like, I'm like the lightest engineer in the game, and CHH just, murdering on the mastering scene. And it's just like, man, my email about to be so crazy. I'm about to hire an assistant and all of this. I'm like, man, I can't even hire myself. Where's the work at? I seen my dude Israel master Trip Lee's album, The Waiting Room, get a Dove Award and blow up. And I'm like, man, this is about to be when I'm gonna be ready. And I was ready when the opportunity came, but it played out a lot different. And now I'm like over the top for real. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, I'd rather work with a Rod Redeem. Because one thing about Rod Redeem is he an independent artist, but his job got that bag. So when I tell him I need that money,
you ain't gonna worry about that pay. You ain't gotta worry about the money coming because he gonna be respectful about his business.
And anytime that Maxima get on your nerves, come holler at me too. But anyway, so as an engineer, I got more of a break. But I realized on both ends that it was whack. Now back on the artist side, I think that a lot of people need to realize who is butt hurt. Sorry, excuse my French, but let's just be real. A lot of people on CHH is still butt hurt and abused from the politics of it. See, you know this because you are a Holy Hip Hop Award winning artist at the end of the day. I get this with Lecrae and them though. You can't give everybody opportunities because some people is opportunists at the end of the day. So there's a certain level where cross movement, Lamp Mode, Reach, Goatee Records, I can't think of the other joints that Syntax, all of them classic labels back in the day. There's a certain point where they was protecting their brand because let's just be real, CHH was whack. So it's like as you learn and grow, you just realize you got to do it yourself. So yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
So what would you say some of the advantages is? And it's probably self-explanatory, but for those who don't know, what are some of the advantages of being both an engineer and an artist?
Relationship building, because there's people that I can talk to as Kyren Monteiro, the artist, because I was Kyren Monteiro, the engineer, to them first. There's many people like KB from Reach Records. He was the first dude from Reach.
Well, he ain't Reach no more. He rested on up out of there and took care of himself.
HGA, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
K to the second letter, all of that tempo. You know what I'm saying? Like, come holler at me, KB, and I'll mix the tempo. How about that? You know what I'm saying? And in the end, I'll show you the real BPM. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but
clown.
I am, man. I think that relationship building, and I'm also be real, trades as an independent label owner, as a hey man, we just gonna keep it real. As a convicted felon, the jobs for me out here is slim. You know what I'm saying? I don't have some of the same job opportunities because of a felony and mistakes that you make. And so, and that's a reason why a lot of Christian rap dudes is full time for 100 years because they can't get jobs. Convicted felons got saved,
or this ain't no case, but they dodging that child support.
Hey man, don't bring up the devil on this show. Keep going.
Hey, you kept working, brother. No hate to you.
But we need to talk about finances in CHH. But y'all can talk about that at a later date.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyways, though, so when my pockets get slim, I'm able to work a trade out. There's a lot of production on my last album, Broken. On my latest one that some of it I was able to trade for. Now I still got to put in work for that. But if I'm dealing with somebody who's a producer / artist or artist / photographer or videographer or whatever, I can work some things to my advantage. So for all my rappers out there, y'all, first off, learn how to rap. And then after you learn how to do that, then you should learn another trade. You know what I'm saying? Because now you can trade back and forth. I can tell Mike could do a verse and then he could be like, all right, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to need you to master me and Rob's project. And I'll be like, your verse ain't that good. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, trades, man. Trades and relationships. So I encourage anybody out there, learn different skill sets. And then you don't ever know when you're going to need to lean on the skill to make money. I accidentally fell in love with engineering. I didn't know what I was doing. I ain't had no YouTube. I ain't had none of that. I did it out of desperation and out of interest. When we first started, nobody wanted to mix the song. We just recorded and everybody jump around. And I'm like, who mixing this? Everybody just looking around. Oh, man. Y'all want to just jump around and don't put in no work. So as a young zealous dude, I jumped in and found out. I'm like, oh, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? So I accidentally started a business, essentially. You know, just from getting in there.
So
look at
anybody that's watching, look at the website down below that's scrolling. You can get at that brother right there, KyrenMonteiro.com. Email him, hit him up if you need some mastering. It is supreme. This brother said he mastered a couple of Reach projects, mastered Social Club and some other people, well-known people. So that means your work got to be pretty good for them to want to fool with you. So shout out to the brother for that. My last question. What do you feel about CHH politics? I know what you feel about it, but tell the people.
Old or new?
Period.
Yeah, period.
I feel like the politics now is a every man for himself kind of game. I don't feel like it's the same kind of politics because I don't think Christian hip hop is under the illusion that it's the same team. I think everybody know it ain't the same team. Mm-hmm. And I think it's like every man for himself, and whoever you get cool with along the road, then that's what it is. When I was coming up with like OGs like C Micah and K Drama and a whole bunch of other people, D Mob and just a whole bunch of other cats, it was like we all we got type thing. You coming to my album release, I'm coming to your album release. I remember the first time I came to St. Louis. The first time C brought me to St. Louis, man, he did it superbly, man. They put us in this nice hotel right across from the Arch. Yep. He put me on the same floor as D-Mob. Yep. For that. And because I was trying to learn how to do some stutter rapping back then, so I was trying to bug him. But he was sleepy. He didn't want to be bothered, though, so I had to leave him alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they had a fruit basket. It was great, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a false prophet at the show that tried to anoint me, I'm looking for that prophet too. I want to holler at you.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree with you and say. Anyway, carry on. You wasn't there, Rob, and be glad you wouldn't.
No, here go. I wasn't redeemed yet.
You wouldn't have been that night neither. Go ahead.
Hey, Rob, you redeemed, but them hands ain't.
Hey, so there's only a few people. Hold on, it's only a few people listening right now. I see my cousin Ozu in here.
He knows.
I see my little bro in here.
He probably know.
They know we ain't bringing that story up.
No,
but they ran me back my coins. Now keep going.
I was talking about period, not one situation. I'm talking about just all three of them. That's what I was talking about. But anyways, man, I would say old politics. We already talked about them, but I think new politics is just like you got to create a movement and then try to build with people who you can. With me, I feel alone because like the Midwest used to have a strong movement. I'm here in Indiana. Indiana used to have a pretty solid movement of people who supported each other, and it ain't too many cats doing it. So, I mean, when it comes to CHH, I really feel like I feel like cross movement when they was out here having a creator lane. Like, in some ways, Christian rap, it feel like it never existed. It feel like it's something that I'm actually having to like. I feel like it's a new G. Craig Lewis being birthed somewhere, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a new ES Ministries about to come out somewhere because it just feels like it started over in ways, in my opinion. Yeah. I feel like a lot of work that was built up is just came undone, and now it's just in a rebuilding stage. My opinion.
The reality is, man, there's a whole new CHH from the age about 17 to about 26 that we don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? We got no connections to. It's a whole different world. You know what I mean? That's played by a whole bunch of standards. There's a whole little underground community of some very talented dudes. Now, I ain't gonna front. These dudes is talented, but it's different. It's totally different. And you know, I just pray for them. You know, it's just different. It's different.
But since you there though, let's talk about this. Because like let's take you for example. Yeah. You 100, but you look 25.
Stop
it. You know what I'm saying? So
I take the second part of that comment. The first part, you just say that for somebody else.
No, I'm playing. You ain't 100. You 99 though. You know what I'm saying? But I think like being relevant. Look at somebody like Lecrae. After all of these years, the man has stayed relevant. I'm 30 years old. I don't relate to. Well, I can't say that because I act child. We all got childish moments. I know what it feels like to be a young age, but my Spotify numbers still show that 18 to 24, 26 is still banging just as much as the 26 to 35, 44 joint. And so how is that possible? Keeping your image up. We don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? These ain't the days. I remember when I first heard about lamp mode, you went to the website and there was no pictures on there at all. Like, and
you'll never see that on any CHA site now.
Yeah, not now. But I say this, and I ain't being funny, Lord, forgive me if I'm about to sin. But you can't be in CHH looking like Vincent Shaolin. You got to step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Like image, you cannot not care. Hey man, Forever 21 and H&M is too affordable for anybody to be looking broke down. You know what I'm saying? Get you a pair of Vans for $50. Go get you some Rue 21. Grab you a bottle of cologne and mouthwash while you in there, and get you a photo shoot. iPhones look decent. There's no reason for anybody to have bad quality music. Even Lecrae leased the beat. Me and she was talking about that on the phone. Like, do what you got to do to stay relevant. But I think for older cats, if you want to reach this young generation, I don't think you got to really know too much about it. But I think you got to stay up with it enough. If you can stay relevant sonically and your image, you'll be all right, man. You still can survive.
Thing you just said is if you could stay relevant sonically, because honestly, man, like, you know, fortunately, I know you made a joke. We don't look our age, but if no matter how old you are, if you don't sound like something that somebody want to listen to, then you can hang it up regardless. And yeah, you do gotta keep your image up.
Go ahead, Russ. I think you got the last one, Rob.
No, I was done. I kicked it off. That was it.
Okay, so we usually end up with some quick hitters. I don't know if you got some, but I got them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Quick hit question. So you give a quick answer, we give you a quick question. All right, bro?
But
basically like one word or phrase. Hold on. That's funny. Stop being 144p and shoot for that 4K. That's facts.
Yeah, facts.
Then one dude said, AT said, you can't be NES, you got to go PS5.
Yeah, facts.
Straight up.
That's facts, though. That's real, though. That's real.
I'm going to tell y'all something. That video diagnosed, no lie. My 15-year-old and myself shot that on my Samsung 20 Ultra 4K. And I sent it off to get, because it was a quarantine video. I sent it off to get edited. My man from Vivid Core, Cortez, hooked me up. He edited it out, and I shot that whole thing from a cell phone. And if I didn't say anything, you wouldn't know. I ain't saying it was the best, but I turned my whole house into an apartment and into a doctor's office. You know what I'm saying? Just so I could shoot the video. So you can be creative with a phone. So no, you don't have any excuse. Go ahead and hit them with them hitters real quick.
So my first quick hitter, I got one extra one because my wife threw in one. She said her quick hitter is Giselle.
Amazing.
Yes, sir. All right, CHH.
Interesting.
Zebo.
Gangster.
Facts.
Brussels sprouts.
Hate them.
All right. Will Stump.
Don't make him mad.
Hey, you'll know his unsaved name. We ain't gonna put that on the show.
No, he will stomp you. From what y'all saying, he will stomp you.
Oh yeah, we can't say his name. We can't say his original name on the show.
Hey, talented though. He's talented.
Oh yeah, he got bars.
Yeah.
LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan all day, man.
Trap beats.
Gotta have them.
All right, Rob.
All right. R&B or rap?
Oh, that's easy.
Ooh, no, it ain't. That's hard, boy.
I'm talking about for music, not for Anyway, go ahead, Monteiro.
Man, both.
All right.
I can't even get greatest rapper / the GOAT, and it don't have to be in just period.
I gotta go Jay-Z, man. Let me give me 2 lanes. I gotta go Jay-Z for secular,
Mm-hmm.
and then coming up in the Christian rap game, I wanted to be the ambassador. Literally, I was so mad that his name was the ambassador, I called myself the messenger, just to try to mirror him. So
Right.
And the ambassador on this side, bro.
That Christology was a piece. Indiana.
If you don't know, Indiana, racist and cold.
Digital or analog.
That's a good one.
If you got budget, analog. But for these cheap Christian rappers with no paying tithes, digital.
Best hood movie of all time.
Whoa. Best hood movie of all time. Now, that's a tough one. Oh my gosh. Best hood movie of all time. It probably gonna shock you, but the 5 Heartbeats, that was hood.
Ooh.
That was for that time.
My office hours between 9 and 5.
You know what? Only reason I'm gonna give you 5 Heartbeats because Eddie came. So trap or new school as far as the sound.
Say that again.
Trap or new school, not the beat, just period.
But I'm not understanding the question. Sorry.
No,
trap,
the sound wise, he's saying
trap sound or new school sound.
I mean, new school is trap. It's just new trap. I mean, that's what they classified as. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a fan of staying relevant, man. I mean,
Okay.
old trap. I love old trap. When you talking about like Jeezy put on, drummer boy type stuff. When you talking about Manny Fresh, top back with T.I., I love that. I love that old Zaytoven when he was first coming in. I love that stuff. But man, when I'm listening to some of these beats today, like the bots from old boy, what's his name? Is it Roddy Rich? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stuff like that is like that stuff is hard. Like Lecrae over the top. I like that.
Yeah, that's hard.
Let the trap say, man, get like stuff like Get Back Right plugged in. Like, hey, bro, you could be Mobb Deep, Nas, Illmatic, all you want. Ain't nobody. You can make music like that, but only your mama gonna buy it. Don't nobody want to hear that old stuff, man. You better update your Bible and your music catalog.
Hey, with that said, that's all we got for you tonight, man.
Yeah, man. You already know, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. You already know the feeling, man. Love you, bro.
Much love.
People don't know how much
love.
this is literally my little brother. Different doctors or whatever. He already said, I don't care what side you on. You come and see Mike. I got them hands. He's trying to be nice tonight, but he said it many, many times. So you know that's my little brother, man.
Let me say this real quick. She is the type of guy when I say brother, if I need some financial help, I could call this dude. Matter of fact, I've done it before.
Yeah, you still owe me.
Do I? Yeah. I might, man.
Anyway, carry on, brother.
It's under the blood. Don't worry about it. Put my business out in the streets. You done or you finished?
Hey, wifey said swerve.
Yeah. Anyways, this dude, my office hours up front, about to hang me from the balcony. But like, man, I sat on house arrest for 2 years and 3 months. And you know, C's day job, man, he's a master of vending machines. Vending machines superb, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this dude would put an earpiece in and literally sit on the phone. We still talk on the phone, well, not as frequent, but he would sit on the phone with me for hours, man. And when I call the Lions Den stage of my life and the family watching, I love y'all, but a lot of y'all abandoned me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of friends who I thought was friends didn't come over right in this little small town and sit with me. And so it was people like C, man, who guy used to pull me out of one of the darkest time and another dark time, and he's still here. But that was like, man, that was some rough stuff, especially for the, you know, being convicted of a sex crime. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I had to sit on house arrest and all of that. So, yeah, man. So a lot of people don't want to keep it real, but she was there. So when y'all talk about judging and all of that, she is a brother where he looked past theology, he looked past faults, he looked past all of that. Same thing with Rob. When I first met Rob, I had an ankle bracelet on with red skinny jeans, sagging, looking like a confused killer. You know what I'm saying? And so, but
much love on the hospitality though, man. And we've been cool ever since.
Yeah, been cool ever since. And so, you know, I've been in Rob's house. I ain't been in C's house. But we gonna work. He put me up in the hotel. Nah, hey, but he paid for the hotel though. He did.
He did.
And my photo shoot on Broken, he did that haircut. That's a fact. He came to the hotel and cut me up. So I just want to say, man, appreciate y'all. I think I'm Big Meech. But man, I just want to say, man, like when we talk about brotherhood, man, like this guy is like that. K Drama can say the same thing. D Mob can say the same thing. Like she is one of them dudes where if he rock with you, he rock with you. And so y'all should watch the show because he definitely ain't the same. I know Rob really done been saved as well. Guy's still working on me, so they ain't named the show after me. You know what I'm saying? I seen y'all put Minister on that flyer. I said, "Oh Lord, y'all gonna start something on there." I'm everything else. He said, Minister. I was scared. I thought y'all was gonna have me come on here speaking in tongues or something. I ain't know what the TBN logo at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just so y'all know. Just so y'all know out there, if y'all want y'all music mastered, I got some of this healing water. Hit me up and buy one of these bottles. And if you want the Holy Spirit to wake you up, I got some of this healing coffee with this caffeine, and we'll hit you. All right, let me get off here. Let me go repent right now, man. Much love to y'all, man.
All right, brother.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, all right, man.
All right.
Yup.
Yeah, man. That was Kyren Monteiro. Salute to that brother for coming on.
Yes, sir. All right, man. We got 8 minutes to get in this last segment. 8 minutes, bottom of the hour. We got to do it.
Yeah.
Sports segment.
Starting off, man. I know I'm cutting you off, but
it's all good,
I would
brother.
do a disservice if I didn't. A Cardinal great, Lou Brock. He died this week. I'm gonna say something from a personal standpoint with Lou Brock. I've been at the airport for a very long time, and every time I met this brother and his wife, they were pleasant. They were very mild mannered. You never would know the type of accolades that he has as far as and the achievements that he had in life. As a Cardinal, as a man. And what he's been through, because every time he came through, he was just nice. He would hold a conversation. He would spark a conversation. So the brother was all, I have not one bad thing to say. Lou Brock was 2-time World Series champion, first-time ballot Hall of Famer. Yes. If y'all don't know what that means as soon as his name came on the ballot, he made it into the Hall. He was inducted into the National Hall of Fame in '85, Cardinals Hall of Fame in 2014. Second all-time in stolen bases with 938. The other person in front of him is Ricky Henderson. But yeah, man, I just wanted to shout out Lou Brock. I don't know, as far as belief system or whatnot, but I want to celebrate him. I know he's gone.
I heard he was a believer, man.
So, praise God for that. And I just say, let's celebrate him. I know we always saying give people their flowers while they're here. Well, he got those flowers, and now I want to give him them flowers now that he's gone also. So, rest in peace to Cardinal great and a great man in himself from what I saw, Lou Brock.
Amen. Before we go on, salute our favorite, watcher, Miss Mac. Say good evening. I was late, so I will stay for the sports segment tonight. Praise God.
You only got 6 minutes, Miss Mac, so you good. You good. But
6 minutes, they'll get fresh you on. So I agree. My brother Just James, he's an artist from the West Coast. Salute to our brother for watching. Yeah. Football is here on the screen behind my computer screen right here. I see my boy Deshaun Watson working out. JJ Watt over there stretching. Look, man, football is not my favorite sport, but it's number 2. I really like football, man, and it grew on me. You know what I'm saying? And Kansas City playing, you know, that yellow boy is a beast.
Yeah. So,
hold on. Kyren ain't right, bro. See Michael Beard look more redeemed than him.
How you gonna jump off and start?
Get
Scribe.
Yeah, get in there with Scribe. But anyway, man,
Miss Mac Dwayne said, "Hey, yeah." So I just want to. He did say hello.
Yes, sir. So, in the spirit of our brother Just James, we normally talk about NBA first, but I'm gonna talk about football because tonight is opening night. Football. Kansas City Chiefs is playing the Houston
Texans, brother.
I don't know why I wanted to say Astros. Texans. Yeah, Texans, right?
That's a distant second.
So, oh yes. So check this out. He said, and Rich, talking about my beard. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. You got a couple of grades in there, but it's all good. It's all good. So, I didn't even tell you about this, Rob. What is our way too early Super Bowl picks? And people watching, let's get your picks in the chat too. What is this way too early Super Bowl picks?
So for me, way too early Super Bowl pick is going to be I think Cam's gonna do something in that system. So coming out the AFC, I'm going with the Patriots.
They made him the captain.
Yeah. So
Belichick even gave him praise. You know, Belichick don't like nobody.
So if you look at it from this standpoint, if Cam have the same type of season that he had when he took the Panthers to the Super Bowl, and now he in Belichick system, then I'm picking the New England Patriots. And then coming from the NFC,
look at this.
They got that man Brady.
Look at the screen. I'm gonna get AT. I'm gonna get AT.
Hey,
talking about get him, baby.
Now that he just saying something, them joints all on opposite sides. Cause
hey, I can't do nothing about it. I thought I was gonna darken love in them joints. I said I'm just gonna. My wife said she likes salt and pepper. I'm staying with it.
Hey, let me tell you something,
my wife called it Beijing black. I ain't getting no Beijing black.
I ain't putting nothing in it. These grades come in, bro. I survive. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is.
I'm cool. But yeah, from the NFC, I got Tampa Bay.
Okay.
From the AFC, I'm going with New England. Okay. Only reason I'm going with New England because Patrick Mahomes got a lot of weight on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Dwayne said he got Eagles and Chiefs. That's his way too. That's his way too early pick because Andy Reid's old. Current team. Okay, so
all right. Kyren say the Indianapolis Colts. We don't know it. He talking about my beard, a little scrappy for real. Anyway, Just James say Tampa Bay versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh may be sneaky. Yep.
Yeah.
I got definitely Kansas City. And I think Tampa Bay. And the reason I'm gonna say Tampa Bay, although
hey man, keep going, man.
I ain't even mad, man.
That's hilarious, bro.
Anyway, man, like I really think Tampa Bay gonna end up in there, man. And they got so much talent, bro. Now the only thing that can hold them back, Tom can end up like you remember the last year of Peyton Manning when he was with the Broncos, they got to the Super Bowl, but he had that duck arm. Tom's arm ain't that strong, and they coach, I think is Bruce Arians. He loved to throw that ball. He loved to throw the ball.
And so, Martin Wren said he has Saints versus KC.
Saints may be a problem too. Now the difference is why I can say that Tampa may not get there. They have never played together. The Saints been together. They still got Alvin Kamara. You know what I mean?
But they got the GOAT as a quarterback. If you got a true leader in that locker room, you straight. And all Brady got to do is just hold up fingers, and Cat's just gonna be like, "All right, sir," you know what I mean? And they want to win.
He say jump, they're gonna be high real quick.
Yeah, he accomplished. So we got some pretty good not so early picks. The reason why Hagan Dwayne put Eagles and Chiefs, that's Andy Reid former team, and his current team. So
look, man, the Chiefs is a great team, man, and like they kept. The thing is, normally when you win a Super Bowl, your team get scalped, right? They kept everybody. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
Our brother James say Saints need to pay the rest to get off. To get over the hump. This is facts because every year they get screwed. Every year the Saints get screwed.
First it was against the Rams, and last year who was it against?
It was the same type play though.
Yeah, it was the same type play. So you're right. The Saints just hey, I'm about to put on that tinfoil hat. My conspiracy theory. They just don't. They ain't trying to have no money funneled down in New Orleans right now. That's how I look at it, man. I'm serious.
It might be true. Miss Max say Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, that's not a bad pick. I ain't gonna lie. I really, really like their coach, man. I really like their coach.
So over here, I got super teams don't work in the NFL. Think about the Vikings. The Redskins had a super team at that one time, and they just thought they was getting ready to
But this is the problem. This is the problem with that statement. Whoever said that, right? Because Cleveland Browns supposed to have been a super team a couple of years ago, right? But here's the problem. None of those teams had Tom Brady.
Yeah, you got a point.
I mean, he's the closest thing to a GOAT in football. The closest thing. You know what I mean?
So, I know this might be blasphemous to all you football lovers, but I have to put Tom Brady above Joe Montana. I just do. And I saw both of them play.
Don't Brady got 7? How many rings he got? Somebody in the chat let us know. It's either 6 or 7. Yeah. At the end of the day, bro.
He's looking like Jordan. That's all I can tell you.
For real, man. Like he's a great quarterback, man.
Real quick, how many rings he got out there? Keep going, see.
Yeah. So Tampa has a great chance. 6. All right. Yeah. I knew somebody knew it. 6 rings. So he got more rings than fingers. So that dude is a problem. Like, I don't think he's gonna be that much different. I don't think he's gonna be able to throw it down the field very far, but he's been dinking and dunking for years and got plenty of rings doing it. You know what I mean? Because he always find a Julian Edelman type dude, or the little dude used to play for the Rams. I forgot the little dude. Amendola, there was some slaw on the Rams. All of a sudden he got cold when he got over there,
Not only that, he has the Gronk factor.
Yes. A Gronk that's been sat out for 2 years.
Hey, super teams may not work, but Gronk is a beast.
He is a problem.
And we'll see, man. I'm excited for football to be here. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get done listening to us, go ahead and tune in or whatever the case may be.
I mean, basically, Gronk, when it's on goal line, in the red zone, right? Gronk is basically like a center. He just posts up and they throw the ball. Ain't nobody else getting up there with him all day. Thank you. That. Yeah, give me them 6 points.
If you get it my way, it's one of these numbers. Just knock you on over.
Yeah, it's a problem. All right, so before we get out, it looked like the Lakers were going to go on and finish off Houston. The last time I looked at that score, they was up by like 20 or something. They may have came back, but I think Lakers going to finish off. So
they going to blame it on my man who had the COVID test chick come to his room.
Hey, bro, how ratchet are you, bro? That you try. Hey, bro, they weren't look. They weren't hazmat suits. How you gonna be like, hey, you looking nice in that hazmat suit,
brother? They in the bubble. I understand. Hey, if this
been 2 months, bro,
show, I understand you, brother. You in the bubble. You like, look, let me leave that alone.
You look like Beyonce in that bubble. It don't matter. She can Whoopi Goldberg. She look like Beyonce in that bubble.
Hey, look, man, you didn't stuck this tube up my nose a couple of times. Let me expect it.
All right, so Lord have mercy. Moving right along. But brother, hey, real talk though, is she the one giving the test? Is she in the bubble? Like, honestly,
how did he violate?
Can it be no harm, no foul? Like this, brother. What if he anyway, moving right along. So
hey, at least he stayed in the bubble. He didn't do what Lou did. Lou went to
got some wings and some things. That boy literally got some wings and things. Literally. Emphasis on the things.
So violation. He
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, the funeral was the first day he left. He was gone 3 weeks.
Oh man. Hey,
Anyway.
look, man, y'all can handle them cats. I'll be back when it count. I'm hungry.
Right, wifey say just to end the show. Last but not least, hey, that game last night, brother. Toronto versus Boston. Bruh, that was
my hat about to come back on. Hey, these reps, man.
Oh, hold on. Oh, look at the screen.
Lou versus. No, man, it was breasts and thighs, brother. Breasts and thighs.
Oh, my eyes hurt. Anyway, man, yeah. So that hey, that game last night was fire, man. Hey, Kyle Lowry is a problem, man. Look, he is no superstar, but he is a killer. That boy is a killer, dog. For real.
Playoff Lowry, you know, for years he got dinked when DeRozan was up there. He could not play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know what Kawhi did, but when he got up there, Lowry shows up for the big moments.
Yeah, man.
But I'm gonna tell you something. It just looks better if Toronto goes to the finals again without Kawhi. It's very for the storyline. I got my hat on right now.
Come on, bro.
I got my hat on right now.
Now, I'm gonna be honest though.
And shout out to the Heat.
What they gotta do anything? I know they won. That was like 2 weeks ago, bro.
No, it don't matter though. Guess what we doing right now? We resting up. We already in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
Yeah,
I know y'all good. Y'all good. Whoever y'all play next, y'all gonna win. I hope y'all win. But check this out.
But I don't think nobody from the East.
Ain't nobody
looking a little
especially
looking a little
the Clippers is really starting to look good, brother. They coming together. There's a problem.
Hey, Lou finally digested.
Woo! All right, so we appreciate having Kyren Monteiro on. We appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate Miss Mac. She said that wasn't so bad. I might stay next week. Also, thank you, Miss Mac. Thank you, Miss Mac.
One more thing.
Okay.
Should Giannis stay, or would Chris Paul fit in?
One, because I'm a Grizzlies fan, Giannis should stay. And now, on a serious tip, this is why I say Giannis should stay. Everybody is not an American player, right? Everybody ain't got the big market thing in their eyes. Like, you can do it in a small market. You just got to have smart management. Now, being that they had Malcolm Brogdon last year and they just let him walk for nothing, that's what you call not smart management,
right?
You know. But I really hope he does stay. He seems to be invested in Milwaukee and that team. He seemed to like his player, his teammates. So, Heat, I remember that name too, Karl Malone, Miss Mac. So I really do hope he stay. You know what I mean? I really do hope he stay.
All right.
So like I said, this has been Not the Same Podcast, episode 19. We had our man Kyren Monteiro. I'm gonna put this up one more time. If you're an artist, like we are, you need some mixing and mastering, holla at this brother Kyren Monteiro. Look up his website. Support him, what he's doing. He does this thing. He works with mainly Kingdom artists. The only reason he ever stepped outside of Kingdom artists because they started being cheap. He said on the show. But look, he does have a heart after God, and that brother will toss you a deal. Don't tell him I said that, but he will help you out. Next week, we may have a guest. We may not. You got to come and watch it. See what happened. We don't know. But we appreciate y'all watching. I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
And this has been Not the Same Podcast. One day we ought to try to do that at the same time. We ain't going to do it today. This has been Not the Same Podcast, and we out.
About our Father's business, crime mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit, that's a cheat code. Holiness the standard.